Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. This is the post-race press conference from the San Diego Supercross Round 4 of the 2022 season. Congratulations, Chase Sexton, Eli Tomac, Dylan Ferrandis. Great ride tonight, guys. First time on the podium for all three of you this year. That's awesome for the series and awesome for the sport. Congrats. Chase, I'll start with you. Last year, Salt Lake City had the lead. We know what happened there. Anaheim won. You're in second, in position, maybe make a run. We know what happened there. Were those things running through your mind, say, in the last 5 to 8 minutes at all? I mean, were you focused on the track, or were those things circulating in your mind at all?
I would say it was more early when I got into the lead. I'm like, I'm not wasting another opportunity. I think I was pretty locked in. I felt really good with the track. And for me tonight, the whoops I was comfortable in, which was the biggest thing. So I could hit those every lap with confidence and not have to worry about stepping out. And I just really hit my marks. It felt like I was back at the Honda track. So it's hard to put it into words because I've been chasing this. I mean, it feels like forever, but it's only been a year and a half or so like that. So I've had lots of opportunities, and tonight was the night. So it was a pretty dream come true ride for me.
Did you have any opportunity to see where everybody else was during the race, say midway, and have a check on anybody?
Yeah, I mean, I knew where Eli was. I knew where, I think was Jason was in second at one point. I saw him, and then I saw Eli, and I was just trying to hit my marks every lap and kind of keep myself at a good distance where I felt like I was comfortable, and was looking at the pit board, looking at lap times, and just, like I said, riding like a practice moto. So it was enjoyable, and it's addicting, so I want to do it again.
Congrats. Jason Wygant, go ahead and kick us off.
Thanks, Jason Wygant from RacerX. I'll go to you, Eli. A much better result. You got on the podium. The start was good. The ride was good. But you couldn't quite get Chase, and Anderson did go by. So how do you rate the night? Is there work to do, or are you satisfied with where you are since it's only round 3?
I rate the night as just improvement, and that's what we've been doing each weekend. Started pretty slow in Anaheim 1, got a little bit better at Oakland, and then better again here. Yeah, it wasn't on top, but it was just better. So I've been working like crazy on those starts. I really watched that 250 main, how it swept. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go take a little bit of a gamble here, go outside and try to sweep, and it worked. And then, just been improving some riding too. I wasn't the fastest guy tonight, but just solid. So happy with where we're going.
Okay, thanks.
David Iser.
Thanks, Daniel. This was for Chase. Chase, congratulations on your first win tonight. Champions always learn from their mistakes or the weaknesses, and talk about the training you did this season to maybe offset some of your weaknesses from last year that came up to bite you.
I think for me, just learning the bike and just learning what I can get away with on the 450 and what I can't. Obviously, last year I hit the ground a lot, and it came back to haunt me a lot. I wasn't very confident, and when you're not confident, you seem to hit the ground more. So this year, obviously Anaheim I crashed, and then last weekend was the first race where I didn't crash. I stalled it, but I didn't make the mistakes that I had made prior. So last weekend wasn't a good result, but I wasn't excited, but I was happy that I got through it without making those dumb mistakes. And then this weekend, I just felt really good today. And even in practice, I wasn't the fastest, but I felt like I had really good racecraft. I felt like I was squirting out of the corners good. I was staying low on stuff, and ultimately that's what it comes down to, is just feeling comfortable. And horrible starts on the practice start in practice, and then horrible heat race start. And I told myself I got to get out front in the main event because the track I felt like more difficult to pass on this weekend than normal, and I just needed to get a good start. So I wouldn't say I changed a whole bunch on training-wise. I did spend a lot of time in Santa Barbara, which I felt like matured me, and overall just feel a lot more, I guess, mature this year than last year. So, but I'm going to keep getting that way because I'm still only 22. So just want to keep improving and, get better.
Way to remind Eli that you're only 22.
Well,
congratulations.
But Eli did win a lot of races when he was young too, so don't let him kid you.
Thank you.
Alex Gobert.
Yeah, thanks, Daniel. Alex Gobert, MotoOnline.com. This one's for Eli. For you to be holding the red plate without winning a round just yet, 3 rounds in, it must be kind of unusual, but definitely a good position to be in.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you just take it right for what it is. We were kind of chuckling when we saw that up on the board after we were down there at the podium. So that's the way the season is. That's how much talent there is in the 450 class right now, and you see different podiums every weekend, and that's just what it shows you. It's crazy.
No worries. Thank you. Well done.
And Eli, this is the earliest you've ever had the red plate. Also, so just got that text a few seconds ago.
All right.
So
Crazy, yeah.
earliest ever. Dark side.
Dark Side Moto X Pod Show, Jamie, Racer X. Dylan Ferrandis, each round this year, you've gotten better. Your qualifying's gotten better. You're looking better and better every week. Is there something in particular with the bike or yourself that you've been working on or changing? What's led to the improvements?
Everything. I think the first round I just had a rear brake issue and it crashed, and yeah, from that we work on the bike, especially on the start. We tried to improve, and Auckland was better again on the track, and was a big improvement. But the start were still bad, and this weekend I think just better start helped me a lot, and then yeah, we just show what we are capable with Yamaha. We show what we are capable on the track during a main event with a good start, and yeah, we proved that two bikes on the podium is what we can do. So that was great. But yeah, for sure, a lot of change on the bike, especially for the start. I think we were a little bit surprised how bad we were in A1 in start. So we really tried a lot of stuff during the week after A1, after Auckland too, and yeah, tonight was way better for both Eli and myself. So that's great, but we also know that we need to work a little more to get a consistent good start.
Awesome. Thank you, man.
Jonathan McCready.
Jonathan McCready, GetDrop.com. Question for Chase. Chase, you mentioned on your podium interview you spent a lot of time testing the bike this week. What in particular were you testing for? And also, that's that first win out of the way. Does it feel a relief? And do you feel you needed to get that win out of the way in order to try and concentrate on going for this championship this year?
Yeah, so this week we left the Honda test track and we rented Lake Elsinore. The Honda team did, and they have a pretty good set of whoops there, and we were struggling last week with just me and Kenny both in the whoops. So I was there till I think around 4 o'clock. I think I left the track. So we spent 2 good days of testing, which I feel like it paid off tonight. I felt more comfortable from just the first practice on. We did make a few changes, but it was just really just the whoops. I felt really good everywhere else, but when you don't feel comfortable in a certain part of the track and you have to go around that 20 however many laps, it's difficult to do. So as far as getting the first win, I think it definitely feels like a weight's lifted off my shoulder. Because I was in, like I said it so many times, I was in that position a lot and it never happened. So you start to question, and tonight I had to believe and finally got it done. But it's crazy. The 450 class is gnarly this year, and like it always is, and there's a lot of racing left. So if I can keep getting good starts, put myself in a good position, then I think we'll be where we want to be.
Thank you. Great ride.
Thanks.
Nick with Moto Limited.
Thanks, Daniel Blair. Nick Still, Moto Limited Show. Let's go Eli Tomac. Eli, the last few weeks, the precedent's been set. You just look like such a happier guy, on the motorcycle, off the motorcycle. Is it from being with the team? Is it a new look on it? What's so different this year that makes you just, look so much more enjoyable?
Yeah, it's just environment and just being at the track with a lot of young guys and just new environment period. And it's just like, I don't know, seeing new things, right, each day, and new tracks and new places. So, and feeling good while doing it too, right? Like, it's not just because it's new. It seems like it's been working and we've been improving. So all those things combined, makes me a happier guy.
Absolutely. Now, when you were with Monster Energy Kawasaki, was it normal for you to practice with the pro circuit team as well? Or is that something new since going to the Star Racing team, riding with the 250 guys?
No, I was pretty isolated, so I very rarely rode with PC.
Thanks, Eli.
Yep.
Ryan with Cycle News.
Thanks, Daniel. Yeah, Ryan with Cycle News. This one's for Eli. You guys have been pretty open about your relationship with your brother being in the military. You guys get custom gear and graphics and stuff. Does that have anything to do with the race tonight?
It's just cool that we get to show, a race of support for the military. Yeah, he's in the Air Force. My brother flies a C-17, so it's very cool, to be there. He's got all my helmets. I always give him the helmet from this race each year. So yeah, it was cool to get on the podium.
Right on. Thanks.
LeBig?
Yeah, this is Stefan Legrand with LeBigUSA.com. That's a question for Dylan. Like we said, I mean, you had a slow start of the season. Did you doubt yourself for a moment or not?
I mean, yeah, for sure. When you P16 first round, it's tough. So for sure, I had to put my head down and walk out and change, not be scared of change some stuff on the bike to improve, and that's what we did. And I think after Auckland, we really understand what was wrong on the bike and did a lot of change this week, and that put ourselves in better position today. So yeah, big. I mean, yeah, for sure. When you had bad results, you have to find solutions. It's not easy every time, but yeah, you just put the head down and walk, and yeah, here we are.
Thank you. Merci, Minou.
Next one is from Michael Mosman.
Yes, Michael Mosman with TLD Factory Racing. My question is for Chase. Chase, first win, big win. What goes into the finish line celebration? Is that like a month in advance? Like, how long you've been dreaming about this, or is that like off the face of the lip, you're deciding how you're going to celebrate? Like, how do you make that decision?
I mean, for me, I don't know. I don't want to throw a whip or anything because that's the last thing I want to do is crash when I win the race. So I don't want to slide off the face or anything. So I keep it pretty simple. The ghost ride, I have thought about that a little bit, but I've done that before. So I think just because it was my first win, there's a lot of emotion. So it kind of just comes out of me. But yeah, I mean, your first win too. I didn't get to watch your celebration, but I appreciate the good question.
Ice cream like after Vegas or not?
Yes, most likely. I haven't had ice cream. I've been holding myself after 9th place last weekend, so maybe
So did
tonight. Maybe, I don't know. Haven't decided.
Great question, Michael. That was phenomenal. Jenny.
Hello, Jani Hovi, Extra Racing Magazine Finland. This is for Eli. Dylan talked about the changes that he made to the bike during the first 2 races. For you, it's totally new bike. How about you? What kind of bike changes have you done during the season, if any?
I haven't done anything major. It's been little things, nothing drastic, and mostly starts like everyone's talking about, but that's been where most of my work has been. Little stuff just to fix a little bit of like balance and stuff that you never know till you go race on the bike, but nothing too out of this world where we're like ripping off the clamps or changing linkages or something. None of that on during the week, I should say.
Thank you.
Brad Gephardt.
Thanks, Daniel. This question, I'm Brad Gebhardt from Brigham X Radio. This question is for Chase Sexton. Chase, after now you've achieved that first win, some momentum rolling into some more familiar territory in Anaheim. How much will it mean to you be able to back this up with some good performances down the road?
I mean, definitely. Like I said, it's addicting to win races, and I haven't. It's been a while since I've won, obviously a Supercross race since I was on a 250, and I don't want to be a one-hit wonder. I want to go out there and back it up. And like I said, if I can keep getting good starts and in the main event, it makes your life a lot easier, like these guys are saying. I haven't been doing a whole bunch of start practice, but I've been doing other stuff with the bike and trying to fix stuff on the track. So, like I said, just getting good starts and put myself where I need to be is key. And I think if I can do that, we can keep getting good results.
What are those things that you have been changing on the bike?
I mean, this week we switched triple clamps. Shock. There's changed stuff with make it a little bit more rigid. I felt like we were getting a lot of flex to the bike, so we changed a lot of stuff this week. It was nice to see something pay off because we threw a lot of stuff at it, and like I said, I was there for a while testing this week. So I'm not saying it's perfect, and I'm not saying that it's gonna work everywhere, but it definitely made life a lot easier in the whoops tonight.
Perfect, and brand new stickers too. Thanks, Daniel.
Kellen Brower.
Yeah, thanks, Kellen Brower with Racer X. This question's for Chase. Obviously, you've led races late in the 450 class already, like Atlanta last year, but you had a bigger lead tonight, and we're trying to manage it from the front. How much longer did this race feel trying to keep that pace up towards the end of the race when you're just managing the gap?
It definitely felt long, but it's one thing when you are feeling comfortable, and there was races like last year at Atlanta. I actually had Eli behind me. I wasn't very consistent in the whoops, and I was kind of just hoping and praying every lap that I was going to go through them and not crash. So tonight I felt like I was riding well, and I felt really good on the bike. So it was much easier for me mentally to keep the gap where I needed it because I felt comfortable. So like it is a long race. I don't know how many laps we did tonight, but it was one of our shorter tracks of the season so far. So yeah, 450 mains are long in general, but tonight definitely felt a little longer.
Great, thank you.
Yep.
Justin Schuler.
I don't think I have my hand up. If I do, that's my bad.
My apologies. Revista Moto.
Hey, thank you, Daniel. Hey, Chase, you talked a lot about what you worked on the bike with your team and your certain sections of the track that you worked on in your practice track. Can you also talk about what you work on mentally to keep your sort of spirits animated in light of the results that you haven't had that you wanted in the past two races? That is, what do you do to keep yourself sort of mentally energized and focused aside from the physical workout that you do with your team and the settings that you work on?
I mean, I'm always, especially when you don't get the results, you're always motivated. At least for me, it drives me more. And these last couple weeks, I've been a little bit snappy. I've been kind of on edge just because I was very frustrated with how, not so much the first race was definitely frustrating when I feel like I had a shot at winning and crashing, but I felt like I rode good. And then last weekend was really just not good. And I keep getting calls and texts and saying, "Oh, you're so close, like it's coming." And I tell people, I'm like, I don't want to hear it anymore. I just got to go out there and do it. So for me, mentally, I had to keep trying and doing the same thing. I didn't feel like I did too much different. I just, like I said, I just comfort on the track. And I think that's what got it done tonight. But yeah, I haven't really changed much. Just keep believing. And I knew I had the puzzle pieces. I just had to put them together.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Jason Wygant.
Same for Dylan. You don't really seem like a guy that needs to worry about the mental side. You even mentioned on the podium that confidence really isn't an issue. If you do get a whole shot at one of these races, is that something you worry about? Like, I got to learn how to lead laps in this class, or is it not a thing and you're just ready to win as soon as you get the opportunity?
I mean, I've been 16-6 the last few rounds, so for sure, if I got a whole shot tonight, I would have to work on myself to really feel comfortable. Especially in Supercross, I never really lead a Supercross yet, so I think I mean, what Chase did was great. You know, when you're going for your first win, it's never easy to stay calm and really charge. So I will have to get this feeling one day and see how I can deal with that. But I mean, I felt that during the outdoor last season, so I think I'm capable of it. But right now, I need just a better start.
Final question for the 450s, David Iser.
Thanks, Daniel. Eli, were you aware with going back and forth with Anderson that he was having mechanical issues?
Oh yeah, I saw the smoke, so I didn't know what was going on, whether it was whatever it was. I actually figured it was a radiator and it was going to keep going, but I don't know what happened. So I saw it smoking there, whether it was like a lap or so, and then he really started slowing down. So yeah, I saw it.
Okay, thanks, brother.
Yep.
All right, guys, congratulations. Have a good week. We'll see you in Anaheim. Thanks.